The Dark Knight Trilogy had a fucking amazing cast, but it almost looked completely different. Here are 10 castings that almost happened. Some of them are pretty surprising. Number 1, Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker in The Dark Knight. Everybody knows that Joaquin played Joker twice in the Todd Phillips movies, but he was actually considered for the role back then too. I think he would have been amazing, but obviously I'm glad Heath Ledger got the role instead. Generational casting right there. Number 2, Jake Gyllenhaal as Batman in Batman Begins. Yes, this would have made the whole Harvey-Rachel love triangle thing really fucking weird in The Dark Knight. Luke and Leia vibes. I'd still love to see it. Leonardo DiCaprio as Riddler apparently was a real thing. The studio executives were really pressuring David Goyer and Christopher Nolan to add Riddler, played by DiCaprio. This was after the success of Inception, so it just made sense. They ended up going with Bane, and the rest is history. Gary Oldman as Ra's al Ghul. If you look at him in something like Bram Stoker's Dracula, it's easy to see how well he could do as Ra's al Ghul. I think that character shares a lot of DNA with Dracula, but he would have been great. Matt Damon as Two-Face. This feels like a no-brainer, kind of a missed opportunity. Anthony Hopkins as Alfred. Another obvious choice, but I think Michael Caine brings a lot more warmth to the role, and I think his warmth as Alfred was actually one of the secret ingredients in making that trilogy so amazing. Jessica Biel as Catwoman in The Dark Knight Rises. Physically, visually, she would have been great, but I think Anne Hathaway really exceeded my expectations. Chris Cooper as Jim Gordon in Batman Begins. He was offered the role but turned it down because he didn't like the script. And then he committed to playing Norman Osborn in the Amazing Spider-Man series. Really, Chris? Didn't like the script? Then we have Emily Blunt as Rachel Dawes. Emily Blunt would have been a good Rachel Dawes. Glad we got Gyllenhaal, but I mean. Then the most surprising is probably RDJ as Scarecrow. Nolan met with him about the role, but quickly into the meeting, RDJ realized he wasn't going to get it. He would have been a good Scarecrow, but I'm glad that it went to Cillian Murphy instead. So yeah, those are 10 of the most surprising, almost casting choices of the Dark Knight trilogy. Which ones surprised you the most? Which ideas do you like the most? And which ones do you hate? Sound off in the comments.